Chosen Vessels, VIVs, Galactic Family, Drew Nation, let's get it. Giving you a hard time allows them to feel better about who they are because they get to tear you down in the process. All right, we all know people who have to say something because they're not doing too good, they're not feeling too good, something is not going well for them in some area or aspect of their life. And they tend to try and take that out on other people. It's nothing that you can control. It's nothing that you can stop them from doing. It's just the way that they choose to behave around you and others. All right. So giving you a hard time is going to, whatever they're going through, is going to allow them to feel better about themselves. It's nothing that you can control. It's just that this is what they do. They have to do things to make themselves feel better. All right. And they're unable to feel better without having to give their opinion, have their negative thing that they say, bringing you down in some kind of way. It's always something that they do or something that they say to someone else, which is going to give them a certain amount of power, because it's like they get off on these things and they're unable to feel good without doing it. So when you're dealing with people like that, that is a mix for destruction. It's toxic, and it's very difficult to be around people like that. No one wants to be around people like that. Everybody has to get away from people like that, because it's eventually going to turn you into that kind of person. And when you become someone who's always looking for something negative to say to someone else, then that's going to make you the type of person that we're going to discuss in this video, the type of person that you don't want to be. All right. So no one wants to be that kind of person. You don't want to be out here giving people a hard time. You don't want to be out here jealous of other people. Like, people who end up jealous of other people, they're not usually doing what they're supposed to be doing with their life. So when people are giving someone a hard time, it's because of something that they see on that person that's causing them to feel a certain type of way. They may see this person becoming successful. They may see this person doing well in school or well on their job. All right. They may see this person just doing good overall. And this person may feel some type of way towards them. And instead of behaving normally around them, now this person is going to be showing low-key hate. This person is going to be showing low-key angst towards the person that is achieving, the person that's moving forward, the person that's creating their reality. So when people give you a hard time, it's because they get to tear you down in the process. All right, they get to throw some shade at you. They get to make things harder for you. All right, people enjoy giving people a hard time. All right, and it's a test. All right. So when they're giving you a hard time, they're waiting for you to explode. They're waiting for you to get upset. These people are waiting for you to get angry at them or get into a fight with them. This is a way that they get you out of your peaceful state. And they have to get you out of your peaceful state, because that's how they can attack you. They attack you by getting you to attack yourself. They attack you by getting you to be mad, by getting you to be angry, by getting you to be upset. They attack you by having you get mad at them and the things that they do. All right. And this is why they act petty. They act petty to put you into a state of frustration. They'll do things that are unnecessary. They'll do things they know they shouldn't do, things they know they have no business doing. They don't mind being a evil person. They don't mind being that kind of person. They actually take pleasure in it. They take pride in being that kind of person. It's someone that they enjoy being. It's something that they enjoy doing. Like this is something that they have fun with and they enjoy. It's something that gives them a lot of pleasure. And you have to ask yourself, what kind of person takes pleasure in giving other people a hard time on purpose? All right, there's such thing as tough love. There's such thing as bringing the best out of a person. But there's also people who just give people a hard time. Like that person who just seem like they won't let up on you. All right, that one person that seems like they're always making things difficult. That person that seems like it's just never good enough, or it's just never going to stop with them. All right, this person's giving you a hard time. All right, and they might be low key doing this because you may not be able to expect it. All right, a lot of these people like to do things that it's hard to detect, it's hard to tell. They like to stay low key, they like to stay under the radar with their abuse, so that way they can keep afflicting you and keep conflicting you, keep having conflict with you, and keep afflicting damage on you. Like when you play video games, is you versus someone else, and someone is afflicting damage on you, you're losing power. But when someone is afflicting damage on you and you don't know and you can't tell until all your power's gone, that person is very destructive. So early on, you have to be able to tell, like, yo, this isn't somebody that I should be spending time around, because this person's always trying to give me a hard time. They're always trying to make things difficult for me. And you'll tell. You'll be able to tell. You can tell. That's the beauty of it. You can tell, because when you look at how they treat other people, it's going to be different than the treatment that you receive from them. And usually if they can treat somebody else good around you, and them, like, those people can get along, they can get along with each other, then they're usually more than likely teamed up against you, and you may not know it. The other one may just be a little bit more hidden and like falling back with theirs. And this is the person that will probably, when the person giving you a hard time isn't around, this is the type of person that will probably ask you questions about this person. This is the type of person that will probably try to get you to speak on them, so that way when they get back around each other, they'll have something to talk about, and the other person won't have to feel as bad if you're freely expressing how you feel about them. And they'll keep inflicting damage on you, and it will just further prove their point that this is something that they need to do to you, because they'll probably in their own mind try to make themselves believe that you don't really like them anyway, which is false. You would like them, it's just that you don't like the way that they behave. And when people don't behave in a way that is conducive to you wanting to be in their presence, then you're going to want to be out their presence. You're going to want to leave. You're not going to want to stay around very long. So this is why people push people away, and they're not even aware of it. All right. Some people will push people away, and by the time the person's gone, they may realize that, you know what, they shouldn't have behaved that way. But you're not going to find this here with these kinds of people. That's what a normal person would do. I had to give both scenarios. These people push people away, and they're well aware of what they're doing. And they also will laugh at you and make fun of you for staying around behind your back. All right. So this is why they have to do it in a way that's uneasily detected and under the radar. All right. Because they're still trying to give you a hard time. And the longer they can give you a hard time, the more fun they have. Life's about having fun. Even evil knows that. All right, so if you're having a bad day, if you're having a rough day, if these people are giving you a hard time, and you find it hard to enjoy yourself or to be happy, you have to not take these people so serious. And I have to do the same too, because life is about having fun and enjoying yourself. All right, even when you're at work, you're supposed to be having fun and enjoying yourself. Even if it's a job that you hate, you could turn it into something that you like to do by setting a goal for yourself. People don't set goals for themselves, and that's why they're unhappy. They set short-term goals, like they get a car, they get a house. People work for those things, but after that they keep working, and now it's like they're working for nothing. So when you're able to continue to find things to work for, that you can find to make yourself happy and enjoy your life, then it's better for you to be able to create something to look forward to than to just work towards just working. People are working to pay bills and die. They're not working because they want to go on this trip, or go on this vacation, or start this business, or get out of working and work for themselves. People who are working towards something greater or something bigger, they're able to find more enjoyment out of life. And when you're around these people who try to give you a hard time, it's like your vibration is going to be on a high level, uh, especially when you're in tune to your creative abilities. You already are feeling good. You're already shining. You're already great. And now you want to kick it up a notch and work on yourself and do bigger and better things. Then your vibration is going to be through the roof, and you're going to meet a lot of opposition because you're bringing a lot of light, a lot of goodness, a lot of God energy into this realm. And these entities that inhabit these types of people, they're not really with that. All right, so they have to try to give you a hard time when they see you doing your best, or going for greater things. It's like, this is why there will be people who are around you that seem to be enjoying themselves, having a good time. But then when it comes to you, it's like they have to be mean, or they have to be nasty, or it's something that they have to say that's rude or inappropriate. And it's to lower your energy, because the lower they can make you feel, the higher they can feel, the better they can feel, the stronger they are. All right, when they're able to lower your vibe, lower your chi, make you feel bad about yourself, make you uncomfortable, make you not want to be around them. All right, they feel that makes them feel powerful. That gives them a sense of strength, because they view you, the person who could put themselves in other people's shoes, the person who doesn't involve themselves in bad behavior. They feel like they have a sense of superiority over you. They feel better than you and stronger than you because they commit evil acts. This is something that they actually um, feel better about when it comes to how they look at you and how they look at them. They feel stronger because they can be this way towards people. All right, but it's all because of there's something that's not turned on in their brain. All right, they're operating out of the reptilian part of the brain. So it's like they have a mind that's not fully developed, all right, which doesn't allow them to experience feelings of love and good feelings. So their mind is pretty much trapped at a basic level, to where they can only engage in getting good feelings from doing bad behavior. So it's like they're stuck at a lower state, and that's why they're on a lower frequency, because they can't rise above the immaturity level of the games that they play when it comes to wanting to do bad to others to feel good. So it's like they're stuck at that level. There are some kids that are at that level but eventually grow out of it. These kinds of people, they stay stuck in that reptilian part of their brain, which causes them to act out in such a way to where they don't have empathy. It's like their mind doesn't grow or evolve to a state that allows them to be empathetic. So they stay at a level to where they're a different, instead of empath, they're a different kind of path. All right, a sociopath, a psychopath, someone that gains a higher sense of superiority from the put down of others, the belittlement of others, the destruction of others. So it's like they have to destroy people in order to feel good. And people like that, they have a lot of issues going on. All right, so and that's not good. So they have to give people a hard time in order to process their feelings towards you. It's like you're doing good, that upsets them. Now they have to make you pay for that. They have to make other people pay for the ways that they feel, because they take that as an insult. They take that as an injury. So it's like, you do good, that makes them feel insecure. That's your fault that they feel that way. So now, instead of them, normally taking care of that, or finding some other ways to heal or work on themselves or fix their mind, now they view you as an enemy. And it's like they're constantly raining on you, provoking you, sending shots at you, throwing shade at you. And these are family members, these are co-workers, all right, these are people who are close to us, neighbors. This could be anyone, all right, anybody. So it is what it is. All right, they're going to give you a hard time because you choose to do your best. They're going to give you a hard time because you operate in the love realm. They're going to give you a hard time because you're activating your heart chakra and your third eye by believing in yourself and putting God first, and using your creative skills to get you out of the matrix. All right, that's what it's all about, using your creative skills to get you out of the matrix, to avoid these reptilians. All right, these people who are using the reptilian part of their mind, and they can't get past that. All right, so it's like it's going to be a constant attack between you and these people, and it's nothing that's going to change. So that's why you have to find alternatives, alternative ways of creating the life that you want, because your path is going to be riddled with demons. All right, it is what it is. When you're on the path to success, it's a lot of demons you have to get out the way. That's why life is similar to like a video game. There's levels, there's devils. All right, there's people you got to get out of the way so you can get to your way. All right, you got to clear the path so you can continue on the path. Whenever you see the people in the video game that they're walking, and then sooner or later on their path, they meet somebody that they have to come up against. And it's the same thing with you. You're on your path, you're choosing success, you're being a good person, a righteous person, and then you have to come up against these people who are trying to get in your way, trying to stop you from reaching your goals, doing what God wants you to do for his kingdom with your life. All right. So they know it's more to you than meets the eye, and people can tell, believe it or not, when a person is on a mission. Or I had somebody tell me it looked like I was on a mission and I was just washing dishes in the back of a Red Lobster. All right. So by the way you move and with your sense of urgency, people can tell that you are indeed and in fact a child of God on a mission. And they know you want to elevate. They know you want to drive something nice and live somewhere nice away from them and not have to deal with them. And not only that, you believe in your ability to do it. So it's like when you believe in yourself and you're striving for greatness and people already have a problem with you, once they see you begin to believe in yourself and start to push their opinion of you to the side, it really becomes an issue. And you know that it does. You know they have an issue with you when you ignore the way that they feel about you and you don't pay attention to their opinions and their put downs and their belittlements. And you say, you know what? They can say whatever they want. I'm still going to reach a level of success that I see myself reaching. They can have their opinion. They can make their statements. They can call me this. They can call me that. They can say, everything they want to. Try and put things in my mind. Tell me that I'm not good enough. Tell me it won't happen. But guess what? It's all about my personal belief. So they can give me a hard time because they could clearly see that what they're saying is going in one ear and out the other. So when these people try to convince you that it can't happen for you because they want to give you a hard time, right? Try to make you feel that you're not good enough or it'll never happen for you because it didn't happen for them. These are the things that make them feel better. It will make them feel better to know that you couldn't make it because they didn't. It would make them feel better to know that you stopped trying because they gave up. It would make them feel better to realize that it would make them feel better if you realize that it wasn't for you because it wasn't for them. They feel that it's not for them. They want you to feel it's not for you. It would make them feel better to see you give up, throw away your dreams, lose hope, not think it could happen, and just go off and do something else. They would be real happy with you, probably stop giving you as much of a hard time for a little bit. And it's like they always fall back for a little bit and then they pick it back up. As soon as you start to become aware, it's like they try to put you back to sleep. And you have to be careful because if someone that's acting like this, they stop all of a sudden, they start acting nice to you, run. That is a sign. If the person shows that they changed, God will show you some signs of that. But just because somebody is acting good to you, you have to be careful. It's like, yo, why is this person who's always acting bad acting good? They probably want something. They're probably trying to keep you around. They're probably trying to confuse you or Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde you. All right. A lot of these people will switch up and take off their skin to turn into a bigger snake. So you must be careful. All right. You have to be careful. All right. You have people that are trying to come up off of you. You have people who are trying to benefit themselves off of breaking your spirit down. And this is how they roll. All right. It's called being sadistic. They take they take a lot of pleasure in the other people's destruction. All right. And it's just what they do. It's their pastime. It's, you know how you could sit out in nature, or you could sit outside and have a good day, or you find something peaceful to do, or you find a good book, or you do something to elevate yourself, you work on something, you go create something. That's how you use your mind. And that's why I'll say it once and I'll say it once again. The devil's mind. I mean, what's it go? A idle mind is the devil's workshop. There we go. A idle mind is the devil's workshop. This is why people who aren't really doing anything, they kind of it's kind of detrimental to your own mind to not have any structure with it. All right, so you have to use your mind, because if not, you might end up doing some things you're not supposed to do. And an idle mind really is the devil's workshop. They don't use their mind for anything other than demonic activities. Like if they were focused and able to work on something, they wouldn't have time for any of this stuff. But you could tell a tree by the fruit it bears. So it's like they take pride in doing these types of actions and behaviors. You take pride in getting ahead in life and moving on with your life, not staying stuck in one area or one space, or not staying stagnant. Stagnation does not rule the nation. All right, stagnation is not a positive thing. So you see change as something that's good. You like to change. You like to do things that are productive. All right. And the things that they do are unproductive. They rather just be out here destroying people and causing others to not believe in themselves. So it's like they will give you a hard time. It's what they do. They don't know how to make things easy for other people. If they could, that would be great, but they're not going to do that. So I would just accept them for who they are. But if this is someone you have to work with, accept them for who they are and embrace it. Embrace the fact that you're going to be working here maybe for another year or two, and you're going to move on. And this person is probably going to be there for the rest of their life. And that alone right there will kind of lower the blows from these kinds of people. It's always good to find some way that you could pity them. If you can find ways to pity them, it's going to work out for you than it not working out for you. All right, pity them. If they're behaving towards you in a certain way, trying to give you a hard time, trying to make things hard, you know what? This person is going to be like this until they leave this planet. And that's a sad, sorry way to be. This person is going to be working here until they retire or until they pass away. And that's a bad job. That's not the best job you could possibly have. All right, that's a bad turn of events for somebody to have to work a job that is not the best one until they're out of here. A job is a job, and there's nothing wrong with that. But working a job that is not the best job until you're out of here, that's something that if somebody's giving you a hard time at that job, you could use as a way to pity them. All right, you have to find ways to pity them. Okay, this person is miserable. Cut. Okay, this person hates their life. Cut. Okay, this person is not feeling good and they're just mad. Cut. You like, don't focus on the fact that this person is giving you a hard time. Focus on the fact that this is a sad person with nothing else better to do. That's what you have to look at. Don't get upset over what they're doing. Take into account that, this person, their life sucks. This person, they're miserable. This person, they got a lot of hate, not only for me, but for themselves. And that's the thing. Don't focus on we have to not focus on the fact that they hate us, but we have to focus on the fact that these people just hate in general. They don't just hate us, they hate in general. They probably hate everything. They probably hate the sun, the birds, the bees, the trees, the leaves, the breeze. They probably hate everything. They probably hate a nice new vacation to Belize. Go check Shine out, okay? You know, um, it is what it is, though. Yeah, don't get upset over people that hate, or people that hate everything. They can hate you, and their attitude and their actions may affect you some kind of way, but don't retaliate, and just know that, this person, they just hate their life. This person is really mad because their life is piss poor. You know, they're not doing anything with their life. This person's not going anywhere in life. This person's not going to have anything in life. Find ways to pity the people who try to become enemies. That's why Mr. T, he said, I pity the fool. They're fools. So pity the fools. All right? People giving you a hard time for no reason. People using you to feel better about themselves. Maybe some exercise would make them feel better. Maybe different health choices would make them feel better. Maybe some self-education would make them feel better. People want to sit around and sulk and be miserable and make other people the problem. I'm not going to be miserable. That's one thing I'm not going to be is I'm not going to be miserable. I'm going to be happy. I'm going to enjoy life. I'm going to find things to do that I love to do. And I'm going to have a real good life. So everybody out there giving you a hard time, make sure you tell them in your mind, you can give me a hard time, but just know I'm going to have a real good life. You can try to take that from me, but you didn't give it to me. All right. They didn't give you the idea that you could have a good life. God did. They can't take that away from you. The fact that you can take your life and turn it into what you want. And those who give you a hard time are really lost. They're lost in life. They're a lost cause. They're just lost. And they are unable to experience God. When you look at them, you'll notice that these people have not experienced God, because if they did, they wouldn't be acting like that towards other people. They wouldn't be acting like that towards you and I. They wouldn't be trying to treat others in a way that they wouldn't want to be treated. But this is how they treat themselves. All right, so we have to realize that when they come at us like this is how they feel about their whole entire existence. Whether they're on the top, whether they're rich, whether they're successful, whether they're ahead of you, if they have time to stoop down to a level that they're not on or shouldn't be on, just to try to make things difficult for someone, then you have to really think about what level this person is actually on. They may have more materials, but other than their materials, do they feel good about themselves? Are they happy? Are they winning in life? Are they doing things to better themselves? What's really going on here? All right, so the reason why they're giving you a hard time is because they see that you're going to have some of the best times of your life ahead of you. They see that you're working towards wherever you want to go, away from them, not near them, so far away from them. All right, that they're not even going to be around. All right, they're not even going to be around. So they know that their time is limited. So they have to get it in while they can. So that way, when they see you, oh yeah, I remember how I used to treat this person. Oh yeah, I remember how I used to do this person. All right, that's why they give you such a hard time. They want you to remember how they did you, and they want to remember how they did you, because this is what they enjoy. They don't go for walks in the park. They don't like to paint. They don't like to ride no bike. They don't enjoy nature. They enjoy being a hater. But the thing is, they hate themselves first. They hate themselves first. So pity them, all right? And don't take it personal if they're giving you a hard time. Don't let them giving you a hard time break you down. Don't let it beat you down. Don't let it get into your mind. What needs to get into your mind is pitying this person. They give you a hard time, you pity them. It puts you in a state of humility. It humbles you. It keeps you from getting stressed out, because if somebody had a condition, or if something was wrong with someone, you would be less likely to get upset over their behavior. You would just be like, oh, okay, they got a problem. Let me just ignore them. So when people have a problem, when you're supposed to pity people, you just ignore them. That's what you do. Anybody that has a problem, anybody that is giving you problems, you pity them and you ignore them, because they're the one who really have something wrong with them. They're the ones who really have the issue. They're the ones who who need to be pitied. All right. So that's how you do that. That's how you handle that. So you can avoid, their attack on your spirit. Because what they want to do is they want you to attack yourself by getting mad over what they do. So just pity them, and it'll keep you feeling good. It'll keep you normal. All right, and it'll keep you able to just act like ain't nothing even happening. Amen to that. All right, thanks for watching this video. It's been cool spending some time with you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.